constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Kennedy Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will have first crack at this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he might be
I thought I had that pick.
But that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Makes the catch. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will take the field for the first time. He's only got a few games left to make that final impression on Heisman voters, but based on the season he's had so far, he's certainly run his way well into contention, David.
It's been unbelievable. It's been unbelievable to be a running back to impact the game this much. Consistently, week in, week out, take the physical pounding and still be elite. Finishing this season will go a long way to deciding whether he wins the Heisman, but so far, Palmer, I've been impressed.
There he goes. space. The band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Off the play fake on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been on offenses early this season.
Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Harris. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Now the play fake. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He'll be run out of bounds.
All right, that was definitely roughing the passer.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So the quarterback stood in there and took that hit, and it pays off with a roughing the passer penalty and a first down. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
Now, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. After run, now throw. He's got it. Turning it on. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Cornhuskers are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Husker! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. His drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get him nice positive game.
Why did they make him come to the ball?
Great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. We're through one, and what a back and forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. He's piled up 112 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Snap from the gun on third down. Throwing on the run. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe
Good call,
this is
ref.
gonna be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Gets it past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Iowa!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
Hey, no way he made that. What the hell? Oh, he did. Okay. Boy.
Bank shot to knock it off the
Close.
right and get it through somehow. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in a running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Hawkeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on the money. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again. This time a 47-yard try. Absolutely perfect. That pulls them to within 15. 28-13 the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Out of the gun, the running back has it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Gonna swing it on second down. He'll heave it deep. Brings it in down the left side. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Cornhuskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. On the move to his left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll give it to the back. Nice move to keep running. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And everybody everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back gets to give. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from...
Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Open space at the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go right back to the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Iowa! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Let him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They'll run the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll keep it himself. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job under...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Fires downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Bully ball on third and short. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice big
touchdown, Hawkeye! Set it in the window for the score. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments.
Yeah, I'm about to send this so I can shower for work, bro. They can't fuck with me.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.